Okay, recording this video after close of trade Monday 31st of March 2014. Hope you had a great day's trading today. I want to talk about market structure and reversal days and why Friday was a reversal day and Monday was not. But before getting to that, a couple of things to say. First of all, huge response from the video on the weekend talking about house prices. And I have to be so thankful to all the Emini-Watch subscribers. I'm extremely lucky to have some very well connected and very bright people out there. So all of your emails were, greatly received. And just to say, sometimes I feel like I've created a little bit of a monster with Emini-Watch because there's only me on the other end here and just been swamped with emails. So if I haven't replied to you, apologies, and thank you for all the feedback. It's been fantastic. I will do a little bit of follow-up on that weekend's post. Some of the kind of quotes from people kind of coming back with what's happening in their particular markets are really interesting. So I just want to kind of put some of those down in a post. So I'll do an update on that kind of later on. And then the second thing to say is, where the hell are we in this whole market? So if you look back over the last several weeks, we've been stuck in this range, kind of really 1840s to 1880s kind of here. This is the 40,500 tip bar chart. Each of these dotted vertical lines is a day of trading, so you can see all the days which have been stuck, bouncing backwards and forwards. Kind of latterly, I was thinking, last week that we kind of break down because we got through support here. We were breaking into a downtrend, but it got nowhere. We got an exhaustion sell signal here. This one shows the strength of the selling getting this move going. But then, within a couple of bars, we get another exhaustion sell signal right down here on this extreme, showing that that's kind of run out of steam. I look for these as kind of mirror patterns, one getting the move going, and then later on, all the volume kind of coming back, taking profits. These were a little bit close together for my kind of liking, but afterwards we saw bullish divergence comes in right on the zero line, so I say wait for a deeper dig, a flush pattern, something like that, and that's what we got on Friday, flushing out those those sellers. And we rallied back from there. Sunday evening they kind of pushed it, gapped it up 10 points or so, and we've kind of kept on going today. So this seemingly is a nice little bottoming pattern with exhaustion, bullish divergence, and flush kind of going on. Whether we'll continue up to be seen tomorrow. We have cracked above resistance here, but we've reached resistance on the 13,500 tip bar chart and end of trend on 4,500. This blue professional bar is absolutely kind of critical, happening at the highs today. We couldn't get through it kind of late in the day or stay close to those highs. So let's see if we kind of push through tomorrow or whether that was just a little bit of a fake out move. I'm going with the flow at the moment. I think my shorter term calls, my day trading is a lot better than my kind of big picture kind of trading, so just being a little bit wary about saying what I think is going on. Also to say there is a crash warning indicator on commitment of traders that I need to talk to because I got some emails about that. It has popped up on the charts. The people that are following commitment of traders, just watch out. That commitment of traders numbers from the professional this week was huge. The reversal from one side to the other has been absolutely massive, so I would have just looked for a smaller number than that, but again, let's talk to that on a video. But if you're looking at commitment of traders, that's worth kind of looking at. So really what I want to talk about today is the difference between Friday's trade and today's trade, and why Friday was a reversal day and today was not a reversal day. Okay, so here's Friday's trade. Here's the open of trade and here's the close on Friday. So three non-correlated indicators looking at price, volume, momentum, and average trade size. And that's why you get kind of a big dynamic picture of three kind of non-correlated things kind of going on. Why was Friday a reversal day? We had a beautiful little setup for a nice kind of short trade that I'll tag on to this video. And it's got the three kind of components that make this thing kind of perfect. So first of all, you're looking for exhaustion patterns. You need all the buyers to abort and divergence patterns to kind of roll in before the things kind of rolls around. We had that exhaustion pattern kind of early in the day, and bullish divergence, bearish divergence kind of comes in. This one isn't close to the zero line, it's kind of midway, which is kind of nice. We have another one a little bit later here. If you think of this as a left shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder here, on the left shoulder we've got our exhaustion patterns, and then as we start to make just test those highs, maybe make higher highs, the buying pressure kind of comes off and we end up with bearish divergence patterns going on here. So we've got the exhaustion pattern here. This exhaustion sell at this point here is just showing people are really anxious to sell this thing. A lot of volume kind of coming through selling this thing short. We always come back up to test, and there's our pullback to end of trend. So First thing is volume momentum, the second thing is price. So we've broken into an uptrend because we're above resistance, and we need price to kind of play itself out with a nice pullback to end of trend move there. So price is kind of coming. The last thing is professionals and amateurs. And you can see we have professional bars here on the left shoulder. They're kind of resting sell orders as this kind of cracks up to new highs. You know, the professionals there ready, just kind of selling it, and then we have beautiful little one right on the high of that day. And then this test, beautiful little test. The test is little amateur up bars. Some of these, I mean, the closes look weak, but look, they're making each of these 3 bars higher highs, higher lows. You know, that little cluster there of what's going on there is amateurs kind of getting in, trying to buy, you know, potential breakout to new highs. No, they get wrong-footed, and we roll around. 11 a.m. is the window, and I marked this with a vertical dotted line here. That's 11 a.m. So we've had the high end by that time. The pullback to end of trend comes in with a lower high, so that's when we got a high probability reversal day kind of going on. So I had a nice little trade, short 54.75, took out 4 on the way down here, and I'll tag on that one. So that's a classic for a nice kind of reversal day. Now, today, Monday, seems like we've got a similar type thing kind of going on, pullback to end of trend on the 4,500 tip bar chart and so on, but some kind of key differences. So they gapped it up on the Sunday evening. We ran pullback to end of trend today, and price kind of extreme kind of comes in, but that price extreme at a new high is a lot after 11 a.m. in the morning, so the window is shut for a reversal day. All that means is, yes, we can have kind of sell-offs after that. You know, FOMC days are a special case. We're always going to get a huge amount of volatility, but you know, normal days, you know, after 11 a.m. when you get a signal like that kind of come in, it's a low probability trade to take a reversal trade. You know, more likely we'll just kind of be stuck in a range. There's just not enough time for the professionals to really kind of make a decent kind of sell-off day of it. So it's just a lower probability trade going for a reversal trade after that end of trend. We got the nice things, blue professional bars at these highs, which is nice, and then a whole little cluster here into that end of trend, which is kind of great. And then at the end of the day, you know, we usually get a whole bunch of blue professional bars at the end of the day as they're kind of squaring out positions and closing positions and so on. So that's not unusual there, and kind of wait and see what kind of happens with those. So on this little pushback, you know, we didn't see amateur up bars, we didn't see amateurs kind of getting wrong-footed, so that's another reason to kind of just be wary of taking any kind of reversal trades. And then lastly, momentum. So we didn't see exhaustion momentum on this left shoulder here. We actually got the momentum signal on the end of trend up here. So when that happens, so normally when it happens on a left shoulder, wait for pullback to end of trend. When the exhaustion pattern is delayed and we see it on end of trend, I say wait for the second cyclical turn after end of trend. So end of trend, first cyclical turn, which is support, second cyclical turn, another kind of resistance pattern. So we've got to be waiting for that resistance pattern to kind of play in before thinking about kind of reversal trades, because we've not seen bearish divergence. There's the bearish divergence, kind of comes in a little bit later. Yep, they're pretty anxious to sell it down at that point, but it did not have the makings of a reversal day. Happens after 11 a.m. We don't have kind of amateur confirmation. We're waiting to this cyclical turn, and by the time that one comes in, we're way into the end of the day. So very different patterns with Friday and Monday, and I just want to explain why this worked out as a nice reversal day and Monday did not. So there we go. I'll tag on that reversal trade on the Friday because it was a nice one. Hope your trading's going well, and you know, let's see how tomorrow kind of works out. Whether this was just kind of a false punt upwards, we kind of correct down tomorrow, or whether, you know, they really want to drive this thing to new highs. Okay, just gone short 54.75. Short 54.75. Just checking stops and targets. So just jumped out of a long trade based on pushback on this blue professional bar on 1500, and I just didn't want to run. I was hoping this would kind of just get a little bit exhausted and go pull back for a clean end of trend on 4500, but it just looks really weak and it's just rolling around. So we're at the bottom of this kind of channel here. There we go, just broke the low of that blue professional bar. So it's been a nice kind of turnaround. We had exhaustion patterns, flush patterns, pull back to dirty end of trend, blue professional bar, lovely little blue professional bar right at the highs here on 45. Pull back to, you know, end of trends being made out here, but this is all amateur up bar, so it's a head and shoulder move. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, you know, professionals here, amateurs here, kind of the usual pattern. and now I wanted to see us kind of breaking out of this little channel here, get kind of confirmation that we're in a downtrend. It's gone 11 a.m. This high was made, what was that, 9:55, so kind of had plenty of time in order to kind of prove this change in trend. So come on, we'll have a support print here, possibly a support on 15, so there we go, it's a Rambo. So I was getting short with the amateurs here, it's a shame. Let's just hold it and see. We need to continue on down, obviously, breaking through support. Okay, interesting, just a lot of activity just coming in. Little gathering pattern, blue professional bars, just by kind of a support. The pullback to end of trends just fired, and it's blue professional bars, kind of the bottom of the range, but we need to break this. We need to go through 54s, through the lows there, and break us into a trend move on 500. We've had this first one kind of on the way down. We need to get through this and to show that that was professionals exiting and going short. Come on. Kind of held it here. What was the low of that? 54 exactly. There we go. Low of this exactly 54. So come on, break it and take us into a trend move here, and that should put us into a nice reversal day. Alright, here we go. We're just getting the breaks into 3, so we've just been hanging around this support area, but finally get a bit of resolution. So got a little bit of a topping out pattern, exhaustion, bearish divergence, bang, so we need to go on 500 down to an exhaustion sell pattern. Kind of bouncing back. Come on. How ridiculous. Make your mind up, sell it down, come on. Okay, here we go, running down, which is good. 275, spin hit. So I'm looking for 50.75. Let's see. We're now below this little pivot low, which was 325. All of a sudden it gets interesting. So some point cyclical support's going to come in on 1500. That's, we'll see a little bit of a bounce, but we got resistance support, a long time to run on this, looks like. But okay, this is an exhaustion pattern, no blue professional bars. And very quickly, so we're down at 51.25, keeping it at 50.75 targets, 7,000 on better momentum. Big kind of reading, no blue professional bars yet, so exhaustion kind of here. Come on, come on. Well, that came close. It's just bouncing off bullish divergence. Little blue professional bar kind of comes in here. That whole thing's high average trade size. It's on the retrace rather than on the way down. So come on, I'm just looking for a little push past it, which we could easily get. We've got to run pullback into trend anyway on this. So come on, come on. It's a little bit of a straight line here on 500. So expecting a little bit of a bigger kind of move, a flush pattern or something a bit stronger on the way down. Come on, I'm just hanging for that extra bit. I know cyclical supports come in here, it's a flush pattern, so come on, just take me out. Oh, just took me out. 50.75 for another fall. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. And we're bouncing from there. So, ooh, big bounce. What is this going to be by the end of this bar? I was guessing it was going to be something like a flush signal or one of these lines kind of coming in. It's got a wraparound, pull back to end of trend. And we've got cyclical support in kind of due on 4500s when this goes pull back end of trend. Just curious as to what that reading will be, because it's a straight line type deal, so how it ends up is usually a bit of an extreme. What a day. Missed the rally, except the last bit of it, and still been good. It's kind of reversal day. So I'm going to quit there, but let's see what the end of the day brings.